Hello, so today we're going to be talking about the solo mode of Zuuli now that it's been unlocked on the Kickstarter. Thank you so much everybody for that, and I'm going to give you a little playthrough of how this works, who the collector is, how we're going to try to beat them, and as we play through I'll talk about how these phases differ to the 2 to 5 player mode. So yeah, let's give it a go. So when you're playing single player in Zuuli, you are playing against the collector, and this collector is a AI opponent, and all they care about is collecting animals. So when you're building your park in Zuuli, you're trying to fulfill the requirements of the animals. So they need to have the right habitat, they need to have the right space, and you are looking at the trait to ensure that you're not keeping them with other animals they can't be kept with. The collector doesn't care about any of that. So the collector only cares about the points value of the animal. So they're just collecting animals. You can imagine they already have acres and acres of land or enclosures, and all they care about is just taking these animals. So how does it work? So the setup, very similar to the 2 to 5 player game. You deal yourself a single new plot. The collector, who's kind of playing the other side of the table, doesn't need anything. And the first phase that we have is the pick and pass card phase. And rather than dealing 9 cards straight away, how this works is we will get 9 cards eventually, but we do this by drawing in pairs. And you pick one. So let's do this. So you draw 2. One of these you keep for yourself, for your park, and the other one goes to the collector. Now, the collector doesn't score points for enclosures or upgrades. They're completely meaningless to the collector. However, this lion is going to give them 3 points. So when you're building your park as well, you need to be very aware that they're going to score off these animals. But you also need to be able to fit them because you might score negatively. So we'll play this through. So in this case, I'm going to take the lion and I'm going to pass the pawn to the collector. So we draw another 2. Again, a lion and an anglerfish. So I'm going to keep the lion and I'm going to give the anglerfish to the collector. Draw 2 more. And we do this until we have 9 cards. So this is always a good pickup, the ×2. So I'm going to take that one as well. And pass the well-fed. So the collector won't score anything from this, as you'll see. Excuse me. So tree frog and anteater. Tree frog, one of the favorites. I think I'm gonna have to take this. So yeah, it gives the collector 2 points here, as you'll see in the scoring phase. But the tree frog is hopefully going to earn me big points over the course of the game. So we've got 4 so far, so 5 more to go. So giraffe and an anteater. I will take the anteater. Crocodile, anglerfish. Do we have an angler? No. Yeah, and they got the pond. So yeah, let's take the anglerfish because it's smaller, so maybe we can fit it in somewhere. So how many cards are we now? We're at 6, so 3 more. So I'm going to pick up the holding pen here in case I have too many animals. So this is useful, very useful, well-fed now that I have this anglerfish to fit in my park. So I'm going to take this and again pass this greenhouse to the collector. So we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the last card. So we have a Savannah or a holding pen. I think I'm going to pick up the Savannah. So collector's pile stays as it is for now. So now we're into the second phase of the solo mode. So for you as the player, you develop your park exactly as you would for the as you would in the multiplayer game. So let's do that. This might not be the perfect park. I just want to put something together for you guys. So let's place our Savannah, place our holding pen, and our open air island. So I think I'm going to put the well-fed in the new plot because the lions, so the lions space required -1 if kept with at least one other lion. So if I keep these two together, they're only taking up 2 space each. The new plot has 6 space, but it only scores when it's full. However, because I have the new well-fed in there as well, I will also place the Anteater. So now that fills up to 6. And I can keep the Anteater, friendly Anteater, with the fierce animals because of the well-fed. So I can ignore the traits when playing this. I now have the tree frog, which I will put in the open air island. Oh, but it means then I can't score the anglerfish. So let's put the anglerfish just in the holding pen for now. So maybe not the perfect park, maybe not optimal. You can let me know if it's not, but I just wanted to give you an example here. So that's that phase done. We now get to the scoring phase. So you score your zoo and your park the same way as you would in the 2 to 5 player game. So I already have a little score sheet here for Unfringe versus the Collector. So for my new plot, I have 6 points for the 2 lions plus 2 points. So that's 8 points. Nothing for the anglerfish. And the tree frog here is scoring 2 points times by 2 because he's in a habitat. Because the tree frog, he's in a jungle and water habitat, so the value is doubled. So he's worth 2 points. Times by 2 to the open air island is 4. So we have 8 plus 4, 12 points for me in the year 1. Now, how do you score the Collector? So like I mentioned, the collector doesn't score enclosures or upgrades at all. So we can go through and we can fully discard all of those cards. And how you score the collector is you score the animal values directly, ignoring any kind of requirements for how they need to be kept. So we just take the crocodile, 3 points, plus 3 points for the giraffe, 6 points, plus 2 points for the anteater, 8 points, 2 points for the anglerfish, 10 points. However, the collector also scores a bonus points every year based on the habitat requirements of the animals. So in this case, in the first year, the collector has 1 extra bonus point for every animal that has a plains habitat requirement. So I've forgotten already. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 8, 10. So we have 10, and then we score 1 for every plains habitat requirement. So the crocodile has a plains habitat, so that's 11, 12, 13. So the collector for this year scores 13. So right now, they are beating us by 1 point. Cool. So now what happens is that we play the pick and pass phase again. So your park stays as it is, as it does in the normal 2 to 5 player game, and you go again. And this time we are drawing 8 cards, or 8 pairs of cards. So let's do that. So a sloth or a savannah. So just to give you a bit of insight here. So if I was to give this sloth to the collector, it's worth 2 points to them. And we know that they're going to score 2 points this year. And something I haven't mentioned yet, but these animals that the collector has persist between years. So they score every year. So if I gave the sloth to the collector now, the minimum points they will get, excluding bonus points, is the 2 points for this year, plus the 2 points for year 3. So it's something that you have to think about when you're playing. I'm going to keep the sloth for now, because animals are always useful. So I'm just going to build up a pile here, and pass the enclosure to the collector. So anglerfish or holding pen. Because we already have an anglerfish, I think I will go for an anglerfish. Grizzly bears. Grizzly bear scores a lot of points for the collector. Could score a lot of points for me if I can pick up something like a vivarium. Don't really have this. Oh, I have space for the anteater. Okay, let's go anteater for now because I can fit that in the savannah. So 3 cards. So standard cage or tree frog, always tree frog, no question. So 4 more cards. Jellyfish, giraffe. I think I might pick up the jellyfish here because I can fit it in my open air island with my tree frog. Oh. No, maybe the giraffe actually. I think I need to take these big pointing ones because this is going to score the collector 6 points over the next 2 years. So let's take this. So how many cards is that? 5, so 3 more to go. Big jumbo elephant time, so I have to pick up the expansion here. I mean, this is going to score the collector a lot of points, but I just don't have the enclosures right now. So, yeah, I think I'm going to have to pick the expansion. It's 2 more cards. Sloth and more land. Tricky. Let's take the sloth. Yeah, why not? And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1 more. Giraffe or jellyfish. So I can't fit so many more in the Savannah anyway. And I did pick up 1 giraffe. Yeah, let's take. Let's take the jellyfish. Okay, cool. So that's 8 cards. So now we get to develop our park again. So I think I'm going to put this expansion in this open air island because we really need to get those points from that ×2. I'm going to place both of our tree frogs in there, and I think probably the sloth as well. So that's now 4 space, so that is now full. Savannah wise, let's pop the giraffe in there and the anteater. And we can pop this anteater here. We have 2 space in here. So we could place this anglerfish and this jellyfish. Maybe not the jellyfish because that doesn't score so much. So 2 anglerfish in there. And we're going to get negative points here, but it's only on. So let's keep this. Let's keep the jellyfish because it could score us big later on. So we're going to get -2 for this, but that's okay. So yeah, so let's score what we have. So I like to always do the ×2 first. You can't see it, it's a bit out of shot, but we have a sloth and 2 tree frogs. So the sloth is going to score us 2 points, tree frog 2 points. So it's 4 plus another 2 points for this tree frog. So that's 6 multiplied by 2. So that's 12 for this open air island. This scores nothing because it's a holding pen. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 21, 23, 26, 29. Minus this 2 for this sloth because we haven't placed him. So yeah, this is, did I say 26? I think so. I'm going to do a quick check again. So it's 6, 12, minus the 2, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Now I've got 27. Let's go for 27. Let's try one more time. Sorry. 12 for this one. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Minus the 2 for the sloth. 27. Cool. So now let's score the collector for the second year. So bearing in mind they score all of their animals again. So let's get rid of the enclosures and upgrades they may have picked up. So we have 2, 5, 10, 11, plus 3 is 14, plus 3 is 17, plus 2 is 19, and plus 3 is 22. So 22. And in the second year, their bonus points are for jungle requirements. So we have 22, 23, 24, 24. So we've actually pulled ahead a little bit. So I think we're just about in the lead right now. But it can all change in this last year. So yeah, so we're now down to 7 cards that we'll draw. So let's do that. Let me just move all these enclosures up so you can see them all a bit better. So yes, grizzly bear or the giraffe. I think we're gonna go for the grizzly bear, and here we pick up a vivarium. That's one. I think we need this standard cage. We're out of space. Yeah. There we go. That's the vivarium. That's hopefully going to bring us big points in. Tree frog. Easy choice. Wish I could pick up both of them. Jellyfish, crocodile. I think I'm going to go for jellyfish, considering we have one already and we can maybe score some big points off of that. 5. So 6th card. I'm 6th card. We can place this crocodile in our standard cage, so let's pick that up for now. And the final card. That's a good pickup there. Open Air Island. I think I'm going to have to pick that up and see if we can get some big points off. Oh, it's 3 points here though. Yeah, maybe let's take this lion. Okay. So we're now going to develop our park. And I already know that I'm taking these 2 anglerfish out of there because I can fit this lion. So now we have a good 9 points from this enclosure. And what else do we have? We have a vivarium and the standard cage. Now, I think I'm going to put the grizzly bear in the vivarium because that's scoring us 8 points there. I might take this sloth from here. I think I'm going to put another tree frog in there alongside a jellyfish, because it's going to score us more points overall. You can't see that, but that's jellyfish going into the open air island. And then I can actually take this jellyfish now. Also, oh no, I can't, I don't have enough space, so that's 4. I think we're going to have to just pop these anglerfish in this. Oh no, of course they can't go in that cage. I have to just pop this crocodile. And then we're in a little bit of trouble because I don't think we can home any of these animals, so I think we're going to get negative points for all of them, which is -6, which is not ideal, but let's see how that goes. So, place these down there for now, but they won't forget. So now let's score our enclosures. So we're going to get 8 points for this vivarium. This is now scoring 6. 7 times 2 is 14, plus the 8 is 22 points for these 2 enclosures. 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 32, and 9 points in here, so that's 41. Then minus 6 for these guys. So what did they say, 41? And I've forgotten again. 8 plus the 14, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 29, 32, plus the 9, 41, minus the 6 is 35. So we score 35. Not fantastic, but okay. Now for the collector. So again, get rid of the upgrades and the enclosures because they don't score. So the raw scores: 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 14, 17, 22, 23, 26, 29, 31. Now 31, and now the bonus score for this year is for water requirements, water habitats. So 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So 37. So this is actually going to be extremely close. So we are looking at, for the collector, a score of 41, 61, 64, 74. And for unfringed, for myself, we are looking at 35, 42, 62, 64, 74. There you go. This was not planned. The cards were shuffled. Yes, today we have not beaten the collector. We have drawn with the collector. So a little bit of an anticlimactic finish, really. But yeah, so there you go. This is Zuuli solo mode. Hopefully it gives you a quick idea of how it's going to play. There may be some additional rules added on for the future, but we'll keep you up to date for that. And thank you very much for watching.